Hey everybody, I want to welcome you to the very first installment of Status Checks with Chaplain Pat. These are going to be 3 to 5 minute videos that have zero budget, no editing, and very low tech, simply to provide you with simple tools and tips to help manage your sanity as a first responder. So in our first installment, we're going to talk about speed bumps. Speed bumps as a kid, especially when you just get your driver's license, a lot of fun. And if you're a school bus driver as well, a lot of fun. I did that for a while. I was a school bus driver, and I drove through Cherokee Bay in Maple Valley. And if you've ever been through Cherokee Bay in Maple Valley, they don't have speed bumps. They have speed mountains. Yeah. That was fun. The kids used to sit in the back, and I'd hit that thing just right, brakes, gas, boom, everybody's up in the air. I don't know if there's a statute of limitations on some of that, but anyways, love speed bumps until you get a little bit older and you're in your own car. Because if you continue to hit speed bumps at a very high rate of speed, you know as well as I do exactly what's going to happen to your car. You're going to break it. So when you look at what a speed bump is designed to do, a speed bump is a traffic control device that is designed to slow you down. You can negotiate that speed bump, keeps everybody in the area safe, keeps speeding cars from going crazy, all those kind of things. So what am I talking about, especially in the world of first response? What if we looked at all these things that we deal with, the stressors of our job, bad calls, discipline issue, compassion fatigue, secondary traumatic stress, post-traumatic stress, all of these things, as speed bumps. Maybe even issues at work, stressors at home, anything in our lives that would cause us to go, right? It's a speed bump. What it's designed to do is slow us down so that we can navigate through the emotional environment. If you look at the career path of a first responder, speed bumps, a lot of speed bumps, right? All the different things that I just mentioned can be those speed bumps, and if you hit them full speed, if you just take your career and you just keep hitting these things as fast and hard as you can, it's going to take a toll on your mental and emotional health. It can't not. And so you have to slow down to negotiate these things that we keep running into. That's what they're designed to do. So if you take the mental picture or your perspective and look at that bad call and go, wait a minute, this is just a speed bump designed to slow me down. Why would you slow down? Well, here's the thing. When you're faced with that bad call, and you know what I'm talking about when we talk about bad calls, right? And you walk away from that call and you're like, oh man, that was a bad call. And you feel, and I'm sorry you have to use the F word, but we're talking about mental and emotional health. We have to talk about feelings at some point in time, right? So please don't be offended with me for using that word. But you feel, and you experience a sense sometimes sadness or hopelessness or helplessness or just horror. That was just horrible, right? If I can slow down enough to process that information, I can actually file it where it's supposed to be in my brain as a memory, because that's what it is. I've experienced something that's terrible, and because I've experienced it, it becomes a part of the timeline of my life, and now it becomes a part of me. So I have it. So if I can slow down enough to process through those feelings and emotions, I mean, think about it. When we talk about mental and emotional health, you have to understand that there's a difference between the two, right? What is it? Mental health is how your mind perceives and processes and understands the information, the experience that you have. It's literally a biochemical reaction that takes place in your body. And when you experience these things and those emotions kick in, that's when the feelings come in, your emotional health. The emotional health is your ability to manage and to express emotions that come from what you learn, what you experience in life, right? And then feelings, there's that F word again, come as a result of that emotional experience. So when you understand what feelings are, they're actually contrary to cultural stigma that says that feelings are a sign of weakness. They're not. Feelings are simply, look heck, a roadmap. They're a guide through the emotional experience of what's happening in your world. So I had that feeling. This was terrible, right? I'm having that experience because of what I saw, and now I'm feeling it's terrible. If I can slow down and go, wait a minute, why do I feel the way that I feel? Well, because it was sad. I mean, how else are you supposed to feel after sad calls, right? Sometimes the situations are just bad. And as a first responder, when somebody calls 911, guess who's going to come out? We are. We're going to respond to that situation. And so when I get there, I don't see it as glass half full, glass half empty, right? Can you see it? Glass isn't half full, it's not half empty. I think it's just piss. Sometimes that's what it is. It's just bad. When that happens, I experience those emotions, and out of that comes the feelings. If I look at that as a speed bump, slow down, negotiate through it, process the information that's in my head because of what I'm experiencing, what's in my heart, and then I can move forward and I can understand that that feeling isn't right or wrong. Why is that feeling there? It's there because of the experience. And the experience is not something I caused. The experience is there because I'm a first responder, and that's the things that we do. So, tool that you can use is when you're faced with a bad situation or something horrible that happens out on the street, use that as an opportunity to slow down and process. Don't just keep flying through it and thinking everything's going to be okay. If you process it, right, experience it, maybe even talk about it, whatever you need to do to take care of who you are, then that is what's going to make all the difference in the world. So thank you for listening through this segment, the very first segment of Sanity Checks with Chaplain Pat. No editing, low tech, simple tools to help you manage your sanity. See you next time.